You gotta love the countdown. Stay tuned this week again as I count down all the Love Notions pants patterns. Which one will be my favorite? You will find out on Friday. Hi, this is Kim from Dorothy's Daughter. It's Love Notion Sale Week, and it's one of my favorite weeks of the year. It means it's time to bring you useful content so that you can discern what patterns that you're going to buy during the sale and any other time. So it also could be an evergreen resource for what pants are out there. So I did this video a while back for Love Notions and showed all the pants offerings they had and the differences between them and all the things. So it was very popular at that time on their site. But they've added so many new patterns that I decided to do another one for my channel and update it. And this time I'm doing it in a countdown format so that I count down all the way down to my number one favorite, which you can guess if you want to. You probably already know, but yeah, my favorite. Today I am bringing you numbers 6 and 7 on the list. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get started on them. Number 7 is Glissando. Okay, this is the only Love Notions pant pattern I have never made, and I'll get to why in a minute, but it's a button front crop pant and it's skirt and shorts as well. And although there's no full length view, it'd be real easy to hack it. It is for woven fabrics, and denim and twills work really well with this pattern, I would think. The crops are wide leg crops, so you have to consider that silhouette. And also the sizing is 0 to 32. And the pattern does include a full belly adjustment, which is really nice, especially since it's a button front. Okay, as I said, this is the only pant from Love Notions I've never made. And I love the look of it, and I really would love a pair. But the reason I haven't made it is kind of personal, but to put it delicately, when you reach your late 50s and 60s, you aren't always blessed with the time to fiddle with a full button front fly, if you know what I mean. So that affects wearability quite a bit. And one of the reasons I have not ever made glissando for myself. I know you can hack a zipper, but there's other ones with zippers, so why would I? So anyway, it affects wearability quite a bit. I guess I'd probably really like to make a pair. I think the crops would look amazing with boots. I just haven't. So some tops to pair with glissando. All right, so you can't go wrong, of course, as I've said with all of these, with the classics like Lennox and Classic Tee, Rockford Raglan. But a couple others I'd mention is the Lotus top would look really nice, I think. Also the Arlington, a nice turtleneck with the glissando crops would look amazing, especially with a pair of boots. Belladonna would look good. I think an Oakley vest would look amazing with an Arlington sweater, and then the glissandos is a great fall option. So I really think that there are definite pluses to these, and I probably should make them. I'm talking myself into it. Boots are a great accessory for fall, but especially with those crops, I think. Moving right along to number 6. Number 6 is the Largo cargo pant. I love the Largo cargo pants. Say that about 10 times real fast. Anyway, they are classic cargo pants with a fly front. The large front pockets form belt loops, and it sort of wraps over a clean finished high waist, which is really nice. It sits really nice. There's also a side pocket on one side of the leg, and there is also the 2 front pockets as well as back pockets. So there are tons of pocket options. They're really great options when you're working and busy and need pockets. I love these though because they're so sporty and slimming, and the stovepipe leg I think it's a very slimming silhouette. Sizing on these is 0 to 32. You might notice that Love Notions has a lot of different patterns for jeans. Comparing all the jeans, Legato and Largo are both for woven fabrics, specifically Legato with 1 to 2% spandex for light stretch. They're classic silhouettes with all the pockets and flies and all the things that are in every classical jeans pattern. Crescendo is for wovens with more stretch. They need at least 25% stretch, and they have a yoga-ish waistband. So there's not a fly front, it's a mock fly front, and it has the pocket details and the mock fly stitching. From the waistband on down, they look like classic jeans, but they do have those differences in the waistband and the fly. So that is where they differ, and also the fabric that you have can dictate it as well. If you don't have any stretch, you definitely don't want to make either the legato or the crescendo. You'd be better off doing the largo or the glissando. Wovens with a little stretch are just always better for pants, always. But if you don't, sometimes you have a piece of fabric that you don't know what to do with it. So you just have to just pay attention to the sizing and the ease and stuff of the pattern. So tops to pair with Largo. You can't go wrong again with any of the basics that I've mentioned 1,000 times already, but the classic tee goes really well, the Lennox, the Rockford Raglan. Not so much the Laundry Day because it's so flowy and the stovepipe pants are so um, they're like a little bit larger leg. So I would say maybe not a flowy top, but I think the game day would look amazing, especially if you tuck in just the front or something like that. The Terra tunic would look great as well, and also the belladonna, especially the belladonna with the waistband applied. So those are the two for today, and I also have a style tip for you. So today's style tip is about silhouettes. All right. As a general rule, if you have a wide leg pant, you should have a close fitting top. So, also, likewise, a voluminous top should have a narrower leg. So, wearing a narrow leg pant seems counterintuitive to some people. Is if you're if you think that you're on the larger side, most of us are not happy with our bodies, which I think is we need to change that. We need to be happy with our bodies, but we've been programmed to think we need to cover up our bodies when we're too curvy. So this couldn't be further from the truth. A narrow leg pant is very flattering, especially on a shorter person. It tends to stretch you out instead of widening you. Now, you don't have to make them like leggings if you don't want to, although leggings look good if they fit well. But really, any pant that fits well should look good on your body. But if you want to wear a flowy top, you should try doing a narrow pant, and you will see the differences in the mirror right away. I think you will. If you see a picture of yourself, you might think you look better and you don't know why. And it might just be because you have chosen narrower leg pants. But wider leg pants done right can look really nice too. You need to be careful of that as a short person. That's why I would always wear a closer knit top, because if I wear a sack on top and a sack on the bottom, it's just frumpy. So you want to be careful not to fall into that. I know it's not the way we were brought up to think. We're brought up to think cover it up, but honestly, that's not what looks the best. So you'd have to dress the way you're comfortable, but I think that if you saw yourself in the mirror, in a full-length mirror, you'd have to agree that you don't look as frumpy if you have one or the other, larger and flowy, okay? So just a tip, I think that's real important. Proportions are everything. They really are. Tune in every day this week as I'm going to count down my favorites. And don't forget to subscribe. And you can check out my complete pants fitting course if you haven't done that yet. A link to my pants fitting video is in the description of this video as well. Have a great day. I'll see you in the next video. And as always, hold your loved ones close because life is really short, you guys. All right. Happy sewing. God bless.